WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I'm in France. Ninkasi. Ninkasi sounds very Japanese, but it's not. It's actually from the language of the Zuma. Zuma were people that lived in Mesopotamia way back when. And it actually means the god of beer. The goddess, I'm so sorry. So what we have here is a single malt French whiskey. Distilled on the 1st of July 2017, and then bottled on the 16th of September 2020. 46.3%, 0.5 liter bottle, by the way. 48 euros, and whiskey base number 174501. So it spent 3.5 of its years in cognac casks, ex-cognac casks, and it received a finish in white wine casks. So do you see this nice little, I'm just going to call it a lady. So this is the Ninkasi, and it was actually a craft brewery in France. Started, I think, if I remember correctly, 1997. And then in 2015, they started making whiskeys. And they call each and every expression a track. Just like an old CD or a cassette, they had a track. And so this is their fourth expression, their fourth bottling, so this is track number 4. And what they used is they used Pislner malt or Pilsen malt. And this is actually bottle number 2,879 from 3,200. Non-chilled filtered natural color. Very well done. They have a 2,500 liter pot still there. And that's where they actually distill this whiskey twice. All right, so that's about all I can say at the moment. On the nose, it smells like a very young continental European whiskey. So a few times I've been asked, Jason, why do you taste so many whiskeys on your channel you don't like? Well, to be very honest, I taste them because I want to help the people here, at least that watch my videos, mainly in German. That's my main German channel, and you get the whatever's left in the English channel. Doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound good. If no one else has done a video about it, I also do the video in English. Yay! So, for example, I recently did a video about Tamdu batch strength. Now, in English, there's dozens, if not hundreds of videos about that, so you don't need my opinion. Here on Ninkasi, no one has done one yet. That's why I do it. And I buy bottles and I taste them and I share them, and I do that so that actually people can learn from my experience. And if you're looking for, before you buy, please look online and see what other people have written about it, what other people have actually produced YouTube videos or podcasts or Facebook blogs or anything about that, to see if you agree with their opinions or not. Afterwards, it's always helpful. Then you find people that have a very similar taste profile as you do, and you follow their advice a little bit more closely. I don't know if anyone's going to actually watch this and be able to purchase a bottle. This is available in France and also in Germany, maybe other countries. Very interesting for me was the fact that everything on the label is French. Even the website was only French. I had to use my translator. I did have a few years of French back in high school, but not enough. So what we have as a problem here is we have a very young whiskey. Now, young whiskeys are on them themselves are not the problem. We have some younger whiskeys. Kingsbarns are fairly young and still very enjoyable. Maybe Nick Need would be a problem, or also a possibility here. But there's a lot of whiskeys out there, and I've had a lot of German whiskeys especially that are fairly young, 3-4 years, and taste like green birk branches. And that's what I'm getting here as well. I'm getting a lot of yeast, I'm getting a lot of wood, I'm getting a lot of greenness in here. This is absolutely not my cup of tea. Now, for 50 euros for a 0.5 liter, that means you're paying 100 euros per liter. That's a lot. I can get Redbreast 12-year-old cask strength for 100 euros per liter over here. That's a great price. Now, this is not that league at all. It's not even in that same universe as Redbreast 12 cask strength. But I must commend them on doing 46%, non-chilled filtered, natural color. I think this has potential. Cheers. What's this mean? This means hot. The alcohol heat just kicks real in there, and it's real young. and it's really, really hot. Now, when I dilute this down, I'm going to dilute it down to probably about 38%, maybe 40. It gets better, actually. And there's a lot of potential here. I can really imagine this at maybe 5 or maybe even 8 years, and it's going to be going, oh, that's good. It's not going to be a great whiskey. Surprise me, please. It probably might not be, but who knows? But it will be a good whiskey. At the moment, it's not. At the moment, it's too young. At the moment, it's not that what I expect. Now, what's really, really weird is if you go to some distilleries like this, they will actually praise their whiskey as one of the best things ever created under God's green earth. And the interesting thing is they actually believe it. And I think it's a little bit like the same thing with the glasses you have on, basically, when you fall in love for the first time, or when you fall in love at the beginning. I mean, that girl or that guy, they could do things you just won't even see it. It's just so beautiful. They're so beautiful, and they're just so romantic, and everything's just so great. And this is their baby, and they're of course gonna love it. And then when you take out something that's maybe a little bit older, a little bit more mature, a little bit more developed, a little bit more complex, they'll go, oh, that's nice, but mine is also good. And it's like, buddy, not really. Not yet. As I said, potential. I'm going to compare it. Let's do a little tiny comparison here, which I also just did in my German whiskey video. Agot is a Spanish distillery. I just did a video about them as well. They use Rioja casks. This is a red wine cask. Of course, you can see that the color difference is much different. So they went for the little bit of a different Picasso type of motif here on the labels. Also 46%, about the same price, about 50 euros for this, but 0.7, 50 euros for 0.5. I do like the bottle design. If you look here, you see Ninkasi on there. Well done. Very, very interesting. Very, very unique thing there. I'm getting more of a darker green note, more of a type of a mossy type of moment compared to more of a lighter green burk, a little bit of a yeast moment. Which one would I prefer? If I really had to drink one every single day, if I really had to drink one once a week, which one would I rather prefer? I think maybe I'd prefer this one a little bit better. This has a lot of a weird, funky type of notes in here. This is just young. This is not yet matured to the state I think it should be and could be. I'm not really sure that those cognac casks were really that active. If you use this cognac cask, I'm not a cognac person, I don't know, but if you use cognac casks for quite a while, I'm sure they also get tired, just like bourbon casks and sherry casks do. I have the feeling that those cognac casks had been used a few times before. Diluting it down to about 40% brings out more of a sweetness, more of a interesting. I get the cognac now, actually. Very, very well done. I might even get the white wine moment here. Yeah, it's just, it needs more time, guys. All right, so Ninkasi, if you could wait another couple of years and then release something and inform me, I will buy it and I will try it and I will share it with others and I'll do a video review about that as well. Unfortunately, your experience track 4 is not my cup of tea. I'm going to give it a D+. With water, it's actually a C-, but it's actually more of a D, and then with the water, it's a C-, so it's a D+ on average. Value for money, it's a solid D. I don't think it's worth its money at all at the moment. This is not something that's going to be collector's items. This is not something that we want to drink later on in life. This is just something young and new they put out, and we'll have to see what happens in the future. All right, WhiskyJason here. I know of one other whiskey distillery in France. It's called Amérique. I've interviewed a lady, their European representative. She's been at quite a few whiskey fairs over here in Germany. We've met a few times. What other whiskey distilleries in France have you heard of or do you know of? Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell others, and I'll see you soon. WhiskyJason here. Bye-bye.